So what happens now? We're going to talk about address position, what it does, how we're going to stabilise you as much as we possibly can, because at the moment we've got a dance move going on that we need to get rid of.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to talk about the address position in that shaft.
Yep.
It's actually going to be pointing into your left groin, and that's more to do with the leverage than anything else. So the leverage starts the left shoulder, underneath left armpit and down. We're going to try and get that relatively straight.
Okay.
Okay. Because by the time you come back to hitting the golf ball, we're probably going to see this change, and change quite considerably.
Right.
Now, we're going to talk about some pressure in your feet.
Yep.
Even though we don't have force plates here, we're going to talk about majority of the pressure there at the moment is going to be in your right foot.
Yep.
I need it in your left. I need 55% pushing into the left foot, because we want a spine tilt here, because your right hand's lower than your left,
Yep.
which then pushes that handle further forward.
Should I change my grip?
It will have to change
Yep.
due to it. So we'll get to that in a second.
Yep.
So we actually don't want the shoulders level here,
Okay. Right.
all right, because the right hand's lower than the left.
Right.
So we'll need sort of 5 to 7 degrees of tilt from the spine, that way.
Oh, okay.
We'll need about 2 or 3 degrees hip tilt as well. Otherwise we're going to end up lateral flexion in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to start to compensate for that, essentially.
See what happens.
So now we're going to talk about the bottom half and what it does, and we're going to stabilise that this morning.
Yep.
So we'll start to see the knees coming across,
Yep.
and we'll take all the pressure off this foot.
Yep.
It's rolling on the outside of the ankle there at the moment, which then means effectively you're not using both feet. Our little friend Newton, you push into the ground, it's going to push back at you.
Yep.
So if we push with both feet and we create almost shear, we create shear forces.
Yep. Yep.
Then we create the force coupling in here. Then you don't have to worry about generating any speed. Okay.
Yep.
Rather than that,
Oh, gotcha. Yep. Dance
and then,
move.
and then when you get to the chief,
Yeah.
the chief will go even further over here
Yeah.
and even further this way,
Yeah.
and then we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to shorten all this. You don't need to swing it that far, but it's only going that far because of this.
Right.
Okay. So, and we also create too much extension in that spine,
Okay.
which then potentially later on, too much extension creates some serious injuries.
Yeah, I used to treat golfers all the time. A few pros going up.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's not perfect for the body, especially.
Oh,
for
it's
the hips and
horrendous.
back. Yeah.
It's horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And everyone talks about Tiger at the moment and what he's going through.
Yeah.
The reality is that you talk about a football life, and the average football life for an NRL player is 3 years.
Yeah.
That's across the board. You have some that are other extensive,
Yeah.
and then others that aren't. But in golf, we're talking about 20 years
Yeah. Yep.
and repetitive.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be able to sustain that.
Yeah.
So let's keep that pressure on your feet.
Okay.
Therefore, it'll take some pressure off this stuff here.
Okay.
Okay, and you won't swing it as far, but you'll generate just as much club head speed, and it'll go
Okay.
straighter.
Yep.
By the end of today, if I can't get you to actually hit it over there towards the city left, I'll be highly surprised.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
so let's go and do that.
Yep.
We'll put this in full motion just here in a second. Okay, and we'll end up balanced.
Like a bloody big old heavyweight.
Oh yeah, but look at the size of you. You're going to be able to smash it out there. It's just you're wasting energy like you wouldn't believe at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I want to do. I just want to swing it and have everything in line. So it just.
Sure. And interestingly enough, on the right hand screen here, I can't tell you how good that is. All right, whoops. That shape there, it's dissecting your right forearm as it comes down. It's in all the right positions, but because of the address position, the way your bottom half's moving in your grip, it's going to end up going over here somewhere. Okay.
Yep.
So we've got to change. We've got to get that stable.
Yeah.
You're going to feel like a little chip shot, and then you will start to see some pretty cool stuff. So let me go down here for a second. This guy you might have heard of. He's not bad. He does all right.
What's his name?
Stuart Appleby. So we start to look at his bottom half.
He's right on that foot there.
Yeah. Now the reality is, then when we add the force plate stuff, there's 54% on his left foot. Okay.
Yeah,
So it's only 54%, but it looks a lot more.
Yeah.
And as it starts to move, clearly, that will move as well. So now he's got too much because his head moves, but it's all marginal. But if you look, that's his full swing. No dance move.
Yeah.
You know, no arm travel for these guys. Lots of arm travel for you because of this knee going this way.
Right.
And now you start to see why.
So what I'm focusing on is just basically going on.
Oh yeah, more so trying to keep the hips a little bit. To you, it's going to feel level. The reality is they still have that angle.
Okay.
But just trying to keep the pressure in your feet and working this way as opposed to that way.
Right. Okay.
Because when we were younger, we got told to move our weight across to the right. Now, there's a difference between centre of mass and centre of pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and you've got rotational force of this thing moving at speed.
Yep.
So then we go back and put your golf swings in there. Where are they? No, I'll do it the other way. So then we go back and put your golf swings in there. I'll take that away for a second. And we start looking at the bottom half and what it's doing.
Yeah.
That's a
Going
different
in
story.
instead of just
That's
forward.
right, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.